Okay, so welcome back to my channel, guys. The idea of this video came because बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे थे जो पूछ रहे थे is BITS Pilani really worth it? उनकी मतलब फीस इतनी ज़्यादा क्यों है? And this is for all of them. This is for not only for the students but also for the parents who are watching this, thinking कि हाँ BITS में भेज दे. Is it really worth it? What is there for BITS to offer? What is so special about BITS की मतलब they are getting compared to the top IITs, top 5 IITs जैसे IIT कानपुर हो गया, खड़गपुर हो गया, बॉम्बे हो गया, दिल्ली हो गया, IIT गुवाहाटी हो गया. So why is BITS Pilani being compared to all of these top 5 IITs? What is so special about this? Everything will be discussed in this video. So coming to the start, like how was BITS Pilani even started? Around 1964, BITS Pilani was built. It was built 3 years after IIT Delhi, and it has around 5 campuses: Pilani, Hyderabad, Goa, Mumbai, and Dubai. So Mumbai wala is for law and management, and no one talks about this. People only say there are usually 4 campuses. So yeah, this is something that no one will tell you. And what is something that makes BITS Pilani special? BITS Pilani is known to be the #1 private college compared to all these IITs. Right? उनका ऐसे मतलब just like other colleges, they don't take students based on JEE mains, JEE advance. उनका ऐसे नहीं होता. For BITS, because it's a private college, it has its own special exam, which is BITSAT. And I have made some videos in the past about this, कि BITSAT कैसे होता है, what is the marking structure. And I will specially make another video on this dedicated to BITSAT from scratch for all the people, whether you are a low scoring student or a high scoring student. So I will do that also in the future. So that is going to come up. So do subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because a lot of content is going to be coming up. Another thing about BITS is it has the best culture for startups. You might be seeing so many students, so many people building their own startups who are currently in college. Not only students who are outside who have graduated, but there are some students who are currently in college who have already started building startups, right? And the reason they are even about like able to do this is because of the third point, which is the 0% attendance policy. Unlike other colleges which need like a 75% attendance policy, bits at bits pilani में ये नहीं रहता. Bits pilani में you can not attend any course, you can not go to the lecture, you can study on your own and still go and give the exam. बाकी कॉलेजों में कैसे होता है कि you have to at least have 75% attendance to give the exam also, right? Another thing that BITS offers, which is brilliant, is that you can also have a year gap for building your startup, right? So any startup enthusiast, like you can first build your product, then you can raise some funding once the product has a market fit, and then you can take a year gap and you can work on your startup. You can build your startup aram se. You can gather some co-founder, or you can build a small team of your own who are also in college, and you can take a year gap and you अच्छे से काम कर लेना startup पे. अगर startup चला तो फिर you can continue with the startup. अगर startup नहीं चला, you can always come back and you can continue studying. And not only this, it also gives the campus address as the location for the headquarters and stuff like that. When you are doing the legal documentation, you need to give a certain address, and they need something concrete, right? And BITS Pilani provides this facility to give their address as the address for the startup. And the last point, which is the best point, which at least I feel is the best point, is there is a quality crowd. There is no reservations whatsoever, right? And I also believe in this key. If there is someone who's a little from the backward class or something like that, they should be given a discount in the fees, but they should not be given chance of getting without merit. Like a lot of students, a lot of colleges reduce the mark for people with reservations. I believe that the price of the college has to be lower for them because they don't have monetary kind of like they don't have the money and stuff like that. But it's always good when there are so many people who come from the backward classes who have scored 300 plus, who have scored 350 plus, and it's just so inspiring to have those people and them getting in without any reservation. Talking about getting in, how do you even get in? Like, what is the way to get in into BITS Pilani? The first is you have BITSAT, you have the BITSAT exam, which I spoke about. You have 2 attempts, and the best of the 2 will be taken. And the second way to get in is study hard, become a topper in your state board. And whichever person is the topper, they will get direct entry into the BITSAT. They won't even have to answer the BITSAT exam to go into BITS Pilani, right? Abhi, coming to the main topic, the elephant in the room, fees. If fees की बात करें तो per sem approximately 2.5 lakhs are being used, and this is only per sem. But बिट्स में ऐसा रहता है कि यू ऑल्सो हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड पीएस विच इज़ अ प्रैक्टिस स्कूल, जहाँ पे यू गेट इंडस्ट्री एक्सपीरियंस। और इसके लिए लाइक यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग इंटर्नशिप्स वेयर you can start getting real industry experience. You might get an internship in one of the top companies. Amazon आती है, Uber आती है, Flipkart आती है. So you can go into all these companies and you can do an internship there that gives you a better chance of directly working in the company. And इसके भी charges रहते हैं internship के, which is around 60 to 70,000 at least. In the coming years, the price may increase and it can go somewhere around 1 lakh also, right? So on an average, if you take like a 4-year degree, around 25 lakhs is what you can expect to spend for the whole college. And if it's a 5-year degree, then around 30 lakhs will be spent. Now, what is the 5-year degree? How do you even like avail the 5-year degree? What are the benefits of this 5-year degree? I'll make a separate video on this next week, and we will talk about it in detail. How you can do a 5-year degree and you can get one of the best branches, but you won't even need the amount of marks that the other people are getting to get into that best branch, right? So we will talk about this in the next video. But a lot of you might be thinking कि भाई इतना पैसा क्यों? Like, why do you have to pay so much when IITs are doing the same thing? And probably like BITS ka price is around 2.5x times the IIT ka price, right? So why is it that way? And the answer is because BITS is a private college and they have to pay for their infrastructure. They have to pay for their sports grounds, the canteens, the messes, the lecture halls, as opposed to the IITs where they get funding from the government itself. Like a special portion of the budget which is always given out by the government is maintained for the IIT ka infrastructure. And not only this, BITS understands this, and that is why they also provide you with scholarships. I will be adding a scholarship ka picture here where you will understand how the scholarship works. The first part of the scholarship is where you have to like gain these many amount of marks to avail this much scholarship. And the second part is where there are some students who do not have that much money, and unke liye ek special part hai where you can avail this much scholarship, right? So how is the hostel life, which is something that most of you guys would be very interested in, and that is पहले तो फर्स्ट ईयर में डबल शेयरिंग रूम्स रहते हैं. यू विल हैव अ रूमी विच लाइक मेरा रूमी वाज अ गुजराती एंड आई लव्ड शेयरिंग द रूम विद हिम. And second year onwards, you have a single sharing room where you have one room fully for yourself. So you can play games or you can do whatever you want. Apart from that, you also have the mess where you will get breakfast, lunch. You will also get evening snacks. You will also get dinner. अगर mess का खाना उतना अच्छा नहीं लगा, which is it is actually good, मेरे को तो अच्छा लगता था, but not always, obviously. So when you don't like the mess food, there are obviously eateries outside. There is Monginis, there is Food King. ये सब चीजें हैं where you can pay and buy the food. And on the contrary, there's also something called night canteen. तो नाइट कैंटीन कम्स इन टू पिक्चर मोर व्हेन देयर आर एग्जाम्स, क्योंकि लोग देर रात तक पढ़ते हैं. मेस क्लोजेस एट अराउंड 9:30. So night canteen remains open till 2 in the night. So if you are studying late night in the library or something like that, you can always come back and have food from the night canteen. So overall, summing up the whole video, let's discuss the pros and the cons. Finally, the first pro is that you have a quality crowd. There is no quota whatsoever. Everyone who comes into BITS has come to BITS with a certain merit, right? The second point is that there is 0% attendance. Like you can literally dedicate most of your time to building something new. And that is why most of the BITS people, if you see, they are founders, they are doing YouTube, like even I'm doing YouTube, they're investing in stock market, they're doing podcasts. So this is where most of the students focus their attention on. And you can always study for your exams like 1 or 2 weeks before the exams. And that is number two. Thirdly, the placements. For people who don't know, the highest package that you've got is around 60.75 LPA, which is like literally the highest, and the median package being somewhere around 30 LPA. But this was before recession. After recession has kicked in, probably the median might have come down to 15 to 20 LPA, but that is not bad at all. A lot of students are still struggling to even get 10 LPA, and BITS, on the contrary, is offering 15 LPA as a starting price, right? So that is also another big thing. It has, the fourth point is that it has the best startup culture, the best alumni network. At least I feel this. I've seen a lot of my IIT friends still connecting with BITS friends because everywhere there are BITSians. IIT के लोग मेरे को पता नहीं क्यों नहीं दिखते, but हाँ मतलब कुछ तो होगा. So there is another beautiful benefit is that you can also have research guidance. And research guidance के लिए you can start doing projects with your profs after second year directly. मतलब second year खत्म होने के बाद directly you can start approaching profs to do research projects with them. and you can get the guidance from them, right? तो ये हो गया pros. Now coming to the cons. Cons में तो पहले तो there is too much freedom. Like when you have so much freedom, you can always like lose the focus. मेरे साथ भी हुआ था, पहले 2-3 साल तो मैं कुछ काम नहीं करता था, मैं बस सोता रहता था, मूवीज देखता था, वेब सीरीज देखता था, right? And so that is obviously very hazardous. Second is, जो profs रहते हैं ना वो बहुत smart रहते हैं. What they will do is a certain part of your course is always as a surprise element, right? Where there can be surprise quizzes and all of that. So these surprise quizzes will be held during lectures. जैसे कि अभी स्टूडेंट्स आ ही नहीं रहे हैं तो उनको सारे सरप्राइज क्विजेस मिस होंगे, right? That is one more con. So you have to attend lectures like willingly if you want to score in these particular places. And the third con is there is no reservation, right? The fact that you can be from a backward class but you might still not, you'll be still competing on a general basis only. So yeah, that is number 3. And number 4, obviously the main one, which is that there are very high fees, but because of the scholarships, that can obviously be brought down. So yeah, I hope you like this video. This is a video that I used to always watch, like people making BITS Pilani ke videos. I used to always watch them before BITS ka exam, because I used to always keep my goal in mind. So these videos used to highly motivate me कि इतना कुछ BITS offer कर रहा है, so I have to work double hard to get into BITS. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. There will be so many more videos coming like this. So do hit the subscribe button and do like and do put your comments in the comment section. So thank you so much.